Well, now it's time to talk about TJPW's Korakuen for 1.4. They do it every single year. It's a big show for them. Up until this past year, it's the biggest show that they do every year. If you guys don't know what TJPW is, it's Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. It's a company, it's a subsidiary of DDT, or I guess you could call it Cyberfight now, since they made a new company, and they have all the shows like Noah and Gambare and DDT and TJPW all under one umbrella, and you can find it on WrestleUniverse.com, I believe. If you still go to DDTUniverse.com, you can check it out. But Tokyo Joshi is their women's federation, because in Japan, usually what they do is they have men and women separated federations. As you'll see, there's a couple of Joshis out, Joshi companies out there like Stardom, Seedling, Ice Ribbon, bunch of stuff. This is TJPW. And I guess the running ace of TJPW for the past year, even maybe a little bit more than that, has been Yuka Sakazaki, AEW superstar.
You sold out. You sold out.
Son of a bitch. And she's the ace going into this show. Main evented, it's Yuka Sakazaki versus Rika Tatsumi. She's the White Dragon. She's been around since the beginning, too, with Yuka Sakazaki. They've been friends forever. Now she's going to take her shot. Rika Tatsumi has been tag champion. Well, she was tag champion until she lost it recently to the Bakuretsu sisters for about a year. And now she wanted to go for the big belt against the big champ, Yuka Sakazaki.
And you said Yuka, she's had that belt for over a year, right?
Yes, she won it at DDT Ultimate Party. That was either October or November of 2019.
That's
big
quite
show
some
for
time.
Them. Then, of course, in 2020, they split it up, decided to do TJPW on its own show, which ended up being Wrestle Princess, which was a big show for them. And
that worked out pretty well, it sounds like.
Yeah, Yuka Sakazaki faced off against Mizuki, which was her tag team partner, and she ended up beating her. And it was a fantastic match. Yeah, she beat her epic style, if you know what I mean. That's a rule. So, we're just going to run down the card. This is Johnny's first time ever watching TJPW, or if it isn't, he forgot about it before. This might be his first one.
I mean, if I did, I don't think I watched the whole show, because if I don't really remember shit. So this is my first time actually paying attention, despite going in very clueless. I mean, I knew a couple people, and you reminded me that I had seen some wrestle. Like I saw that on the Chris Brooks show.
Miyu.
Yeah, I watched her wrestle Chris, which I really like. So there were some people that I knew. But I did enjoy the show overall. I thought it was a fun show. And I guess let's go through it real quick, Ski.
Yeah, the matches are quick and to the point, man. They don't.
That's what I love.
It's a tight presentation for sure.
The show started at 9:30, and I think it was done by just
about midnight. It was less
than
3 hours. Yeah, it was a little less than 3 hours. So we started off the show. We had Suzume facing off against Arisu Endo, which Arisu is making her debut. Not just her TJPW debut, her entire wrestling debut, period.
Which is a horrifying concept to me, because usually, if I watch, I was there for Adam Cole's first match in CZW, and it was a battle royal. Like, usually that's what wrestling.
In the States, that's usually what happens, right?
Yeah, you just get thrown in a battle royal, or like a super, it's honestly, I feel like more times than not, it's a battle royal, or like a big tag or something like that. So the fact that Endo is on this show, which is like one of their bigger shows, if not, I guess you could argue if they're big show or not, but in the opener, that's horrifying. I would be so fucking. I was stressed for her, and she's fighting a bee. It's a she bee. She's wrestling.
The bee,
the bee girl. And James informed me she's got a lot of bee-based offense. Sadly, I was lied to. There was not a lot of bee-based offense.
She didn't even get to do her bee-based offense. I think she expected. I don't know what she expected going into this match, but whatever.
You think Endo wasn't prepared for the B-based offense? It's just, I'm not gonna.
She locked in the camel clutch, and she almost won the fucking match. So
Endo did almost win with the camel clutch that went on for quite a bit.
I think she maybe threw the B-based offense out the window once. She's like, I could maybe lose this one. Maybe I don't do the B-based offense.
For her first match ever, if you would have waited till after the match to tell me that was Endo's first match, I would have been blown away, because I was like, she just seemed like she fit in. It looked nothing looked off. They didn't really stumble over anything. It looked cool. And it was like you said, it was
solid,
short to the
man.
point.
She's really solid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it usually goes in Japan. I actually like that way of debuting people. Usually what happens is they'll debut in a singles match and they'll end up losing. But it creates that story right away for you following them as they figure out what kind of wrestler they are, what kind of finish they have. I don't expect Endo to even have a finish for another 8 or 9 months, probably even longer than that. So, I mean, it took Suzume forever to get the rang the bell finish, the cutter.
Rang
that
the
she
bell.
Rang the bell.
So her Suzumi's finisher is the rang the bell, which is an RKO. Which at first I was like, this is fucking bullshit. It should be like a stinger splash because she's a bee. But more that I think about it, rang the bell is a sweet finisher name because like, all right, I'm gonna win, so you might as well just call it here.
Rang the bell. Yeah,
that's pretty good. I like that.
Her nickname is Vivid Honey Mustard. I feel like it should be the bee. YJ Stinger.
Maybe Stung. Like, anything like that.
Vivid Honey Mustard. Okay.
Yeah.
But Suzume rules. She's
mustard.
a bee. Endo looked fantastic, and she ended up beating Endo with the rang the bell cutter.
She had cool gear
short
too,
match,
Endo. I like their gear.
You know what? It didn't even hit me till we were just talking about it right now, that her sleeves were cow print because of the Year of the Ox. That's
yes, a lot of cow references on this show. That's true.
Yeah, what was up with the French talking about cows?
At least one of them was, and the other one wasn't too interested.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, so Endo makes her debut. She looked solid, and Suzume beat that ass because she is the Okada of TJPW, is what people are saying anyways. I don't know.
Wow, people say I look like Okada. That's crazy.
You look like Suzume. That's true.
Oh, fuck.
Rang the bell.
Damn, B-girl, Johnny.
So the next match was Yuna Manase and Moka Miyamoto versus Pam Harajuku and Haruno Neko. This is a tag team match here, and a pretty short one for the most part. I believe Yuna ended up replacing somebody in this match. I don't remember.
Oh, somebody got hurt?
Yeah, somebody got hurt or something like that, where they couldn't be in the match, and Yuna ended up being in this match, I believe is how this went. But anyways, Moka and Yuna ended up beating Pam and Haruno. I was kind of hoping that Haruno would have used a little more cat-based offense, because every time I said this all through the night, nobody did anything. I said Suzume's got B offense, no B offense. I said Haruno's got cat-based offense, none.
I was led astray. I was quite disappointed, but it did not, take me too much away from it. Despite, I mean, there was like an eye rake eventually, but I don't even think it was from the cat that did it. It was from a former cat, right?
Dude, I swear to God, I don't think I've seen a match from her for the past year where she doesn't do cat-based offense, and I got screwed in the one that I tell you that she does it. Yeah, that was.
It's all right. It's okay. It is what it is. Another short match, but to the point. One girl was a little asshole.
Yeah, Pam hitting people in the shins. You like that?
Yeah, that's right.
Cool?
The shins. Yeah, her gimmick is she just runs around and kicks you in the shin, and she's a little asshole. And it's kind of cool.
One of them you eventually take a flip bump off the shin. That's crazy.
But then like her finish, what'd you say? It was like a. What's her finish?
It's the Palm Day Justice, and she hits it maybe 1 out of every 200 times she goes for it.
I see, right. But it's not. Yeah. It's not a. Oh, it's a leg drop, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, the pop-up leg drop.
And so she attacks her shin the whole match, and her finish is a leg drop. So I don't know what's going on.
Well, that's why she doesn't hit it. There you go. There's a story, buddy. There you go.
Well, she should figure the fuck out then.
She actually locked in a leg hold for a minute, yeah. And
I was entertained.
Is that her finish? No.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't. I was like, I don't know if this looks like it hurts or anything, but this should be her finish because she's working the shit.
Manase is back, and Manase actually works TJPW still quite a bit. She had left earlier in the year. Ganbare, which is another subsidiary in the Cyberfight family.
Okay.
She still works other shows. Sometimes she'll work Acres Girls and stuff like that.
Sure.
She was in the tag team tournament for Acres, but I think they lost in the first round to Saki and Hikari. So, but that's another thing. I'll have to show you Acres some other time. But Yuna Manase and Moka ended up picking up the win here. And it was actually a pretty fun little match.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So next we get Hyper Masao versus Shoko Nakajima.
Oh boy.
In a God, I don't even know what is the name of this match.
It's it's a bull rope golden ticket match.
Bull rope UFO rename in a caps. Bull rope.
Loser gets renamed match.
Yeah, rename in a capsule bull rope match. There you go. Rename in a capsule.
Sure.
Rename UFO.
No DQ as well, but no pinfalls and
no nothing.
Yes.
There's no nothing.
Nothing.
So this is similar to last year when Masao and Shoko had another match where it was a rename in the pinata match. Rename in the pinata. Bring one weapon
renamed
to the
there.
match.
It wasn't Masao.
Hyper Masao. Yeah, she got renamed.
Did?
Yeah, and she ran with a gimmick for a little bit where she was like a schoolgirl and she had a cell phone.
What was her name?
I don't remember the name off the top of my head. I have to look it up.
Yeah.
But it was funny for a little bit. It's good.
Sure.
So I'm interested to see what happens to Shoko. Last year I kind of wanted to see Shoko get renamed, so I'm kind of happy this year that we do get that. So
they don't have to keep. It's not a permanent name change. When do they decide they can change it back?
It just kind of is for a month usually.
Oh, it's like okay, 30 days.
Yeah, so it's just like a
pink slip.
Yeah, for like a month.
Okay. Sure.
But yeah, this match was, like I said, kind of like last year where Last year they put a name or put a naming rights sash in a pinata, and they could bring one weapon to the ring, and they had to get the pinata out. That match was crazy. This match was even more crazy. So
this match was fucked.
they roped up a bunch of UFOs or gotcha capsules onto each side of the ring.
Bunch of balls.
If you guys have never played, I guess the best way, if you guys don't know what a gotcha capsule or UFO is, it's like I don't know if you guys ever went to Pizza Hut after a baseball game and you get in the 25-cent machine and you get a little
That's what I was going to say.
out.
It's like in the 25% machine, you pull them out like there's like a sticker or some fucking thing and like inside a little ball capsule, like see-through. And there was, as James said, there was 100. They like strung them up on the ropes, which also took forever. I've seen death matches set up quicker than this. But the objective is you have to get 2 golden tickets, not just one. There's 2 golden tickets within 10 of these things. So there's 100 of them. Only 10 of them actually have golden tickets. You have to get 2 of them. So it took them like 11 minutes to get that going. But the first 5 minutes was them trying to prepare the bull rope.
So nobody actually looked at the bull rope before the match started. And when they went to go connect them to each other, it was all tied up like Apple earphones.
So tangled, like headphones for sure. That's exactly the way you describe it.
And it's like every time you think you got it out, there's another fucking loop in the rope. So they spent forever. It had to have been what? It felt like forever.
It felt like at least like 3 minutes at minimum. Like,
but the best part of this was
Nakajima are both standing there like trying to kind of like distract from it as the referee
gave up. She just started like staring off into space. She's just like, okay, whatever.
Like the ref is in the middle of the ring trying to untangle this knot. Everyone's confused. The crowd starts clapping for him at one point.
That was the best part, dude.
Anything going here. Eventually, they get it untangled. Everyone pops. They tie him up, and then the match begins. And this is they tried their best with what they had.
This is the shoot. They had no clue which one of these actually had the golden tickets in it.
They genuinely had to work spots around taking like the things out of these capsules, but they had no idea what one was in what, so they had to for real go through as many as they could. So I don't know if they said go out there and have as much time as you wanted or what, but it was kind of rough.
At the end, Masao just literally started just taking them all down and throwing them on the ground.
Floor. Yeah. Just papers all over the floor. The referee's trying to pick them up and find them. But Hyper Masao gets the win, finds the 2 golden tickets, and keeps her name. Yep.
So Shoko has to change her name for a month. We'll probably find that out at the next TJPW show. That'll be exciting. Shoko, I think it'll be a fun time with her. Also during the match, Shoko brought out the kaiju toys again with Mechagodzilla.
And so did Hyper Masao had kaiju toys as well.
I don't know what the deal with it. I think she just I did you
how'd you get her own?
Yeah.
They bumped on these Godzilla action figures, which I was a big fan of. They were throwing them at each other. It was good stuff.
So after that, we had Miyu Watanabe, Mirai Mayumi, and now Kakuta versus Ajikong, Mizuki, and Riku. This was a 6-woman tag team match. Last year, the big story coming out of 1.4 was Mirai and Ajikong. They've been going head to head. Mirai is really going to be like the next, I think, one of the big names here in TJPW if they keep her on the same path that she's on right now. And she still went head to head with Ajikong in this one, and it was dope.
Do you? I guess I don't, because to me it felt like that wasn't like the end of whatever that was between those two. Do you think does Ajikong still do singles matches?
She does, mostly in Oz Academy, but she does.
Do you think Mirai and Ajikong will actually do a shoot match, or do you think that's
I think if they were going to do it, Wrestle Princess this year would probably be the move.
Okay,
that's usually towards the end of the year.
Yeah,
and I mean, I think the payoff eventually would be to have that singles match. Right now, Mirai can't. I mean, she can only bump her once. You know what I mean? Like that was the big spot was finally bumping Ajikong.
She did bump her, and she also punched her bucket.
Yeah, she went to hit Mirai in the head with the trash can, and Mirai like punched out of midair and then hit the lariat on Ajikong and knocked her down.
It was a good lariat too, man. She laid it in on that.
I'm surprised that's not her finish.
I found out what the Goodnight Express is. I've actually seen it now.
You did! So I talk about that every single time we watch AEW. I said, that's not even the real Goodnight Express.
I get it now.
And now you get it. You got it. Not only did you get to see the Goodnight Express, you got to see the Ajikong Goodnight Express.
Where she sits on her. Yeah, so I'll try to describe it the best that I can, and then you tell me if I left anything out. So Ajikong, they line up their opponents. There's 3 of them. They line them up, just laying next to each other. Mizuki and Raku run across them. They're laying there, and they just run across them. And then Ajikong's turn to do it, and she's taking slow steps over one of them, and then she's thinking about stepping over Mirai, who I think that's who it was, right? And then she just steps
in the middle,
right on her stomach.
Yeah.
She says, fuck you, and steps on her stomach. And she goes, she fully steps over. Then she's going to step over the next person. And she turns back and steps on Mirai again.
Yeah, that ruled. That was awesome. And she got fucking super pissed off, and that's where it led to.
Yeah. And then she finishes the lap. And then I think they do it one more time. And then they're all lined up, and they're just supposed to like pin them?
Yeah, so they do the good night, like almost like CM Punk when he's setting up for the GTS.
Yeah.
You know, where he's like, yeah. So, and then they sit on him, and it's a pin, yeah.
And Ajikong sits right on.
Oh my God. Who did she crush? I think it was Kakuta that she sat on, and it was... wow, she fucking beefcaked her. That was rough.
She was horrified even being stepped on. So the fact that she had to take this...
It might have been Miyu that she did it on. Yeah,
maybe.
I think it was Miyu. Yeah, she fucking creamed her, dude. That was fucking tough.
Yeah. Ajikong takes a bump off the second rope in this one too.
She likes taking that bump. She takes that... I think she'd rather take the one off the rope than an actual regular back bump for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Mostly, I think, because it'd be a hard time picking her up.
Other than that, this match I wasn't too crazy about. Like, the Ajikong stuff was cool. Mirai throwing fucking lariats and punching the bucket was fun. And I laughed at the Goodnight Express, but other than that, I was like, they kind of were falling apart. Like, I feel like during this match, it was kind of all over the place.
I think it should have been more about Mirai and
yeah, there wasn't a lot there. I mean, they did a couple spots, but it wasn't as much as you would think for like a
I loved
at
the beginning when Mirai went to go shake Ajikong's hand, didn't shake her hand, and then she shook Mizuki Raku's hands.
That was tremendous.
That team.
Yeah,
but yes, Mirai now end up winning the match with a big W. So I think Miyu ended up winning the match for him too. So that was good. I think she pinned Raku. I thought Ajikong was going to take the L, but
I thought Mirai was going to get the win there just because I felt like that's kind of what the match was built around, Ajikong fucking with her, but I guess not.
I don't think she's there yet. I think they're waiting around for her.
Yeah.
So next up, we get Saki-sama and Mei St. Michael, which is Neo Bishiki-gun. And they face off against Hikari.
Damn French.
They face off against Hikari Noa and Sana Shiori. Well, I guess Neo Bishiki-gun doesn't have new attire, but Hikari Noa and Sana Shiori do. And Sana looks like Buzz Lightyear.
Which I believe during our watch this, I refer to her as Buzz.
Buzz, yeah. There was one point where you said it so deadpan, it just fucking cracked me up. It's like move from Buzz.
Buzz.
Yeah.
So I actually really enjoyed this match. I wasn't sure what to think of Mei St. Michael and Saki-sama, just because they're full gimmick here. Like their outfits
they're
coming out with
out
the
of their
fucking
mind.
Pan and all. Was it the story is that is it Mei St. Michael found Saki-sama, or is it the other way around?
No, so Mei St. Michael lived in the forest.
That's
in France.
Yes. The forest of France, and Saki-sama found her there and said, "Oh, you wrestle?
You are my maid now." Yeah.
So they come out like Mei St. Michael is like full like French maid outfit. Saki-sama just looking like Stacy Keibler.
French aristocrat.
French aristocrat. And I was like, okay, I figured it would be all gimmick, but I actually like thought they held their own real well in this match for my first time viewing them. And like after the match, I was in like, oh, I hope they get shot at the tag titles, and they cut a promo about it, so it kind of felt like that's what it was gonna be. I dug this match. I dug this.
Yeah, Saki-sama is actually like extremely good. She's gimmicked out of her mind in TJPW.
Yeah,
she's like really, really good. And Mei St. Michael, as you guys know, we sponsor Gato Move.
Hell yeah, we do.
There just so happens to be a person in Gato Move that looks very similar to Mei St. Michael named Mei Saruga, and she's just fantastic.
Off the record and on the record.
Yeah, so she did some really cool shit in here. Her new spot with the pan where they always trip over the pan is fantastic. I really like that spot a lot. Yes. Hikari ended up doing that. Saki-sama just... I could have saw it wrong, but I swear to God, Hikari hit the Blizzard suplex, and Saki-sama just stood right up and said, "Fuck that."
That did happen.
Yeah,
that did happen.
It looked like they were legit getting pissed at each other midway through the match. Like right before they started doing the forearm spot, they were pulling each other's hair and looking at each other real pissed off. I was like, "Oh, here we go."
It was pretty good. Yeah, I dug it, man. I liked it, and There was a
This is the
promo after
Dudleys
the match.
versus La Resistance.
Those damn. I honestly, I don't know, man. I think the referee was also a French sympathizer.
Yeah, something went right here. The referees were fucking this whole fucking show out there all over the place
bullshit.
here.
We'll get to the finish of the main for that, but
yeah, that's fucked.
But yeah, then after I think Sakizama is cutting a promo, pretty much saying we need better, more competition. We need stronger opponents here. Pretty much saying they want a tag title shot. And then Mason Michael gets on the mic and says, "I'd like cows."
Sakizama says, "Yeah, I think we're gonna challenge for the Princess Tag titles." And Mason Michael said, "Did you know it's the year of the ox?" And she said, "Yeah, but we're gonna challenge for the tag titles." There's a whole store with a bunch of ox-related items that we can go to and buy stuff.
Yeah, I was hoping the bunch of cows were coming out.
That was
fired up for
crazy.
that. Oh, which one was this was the match with the idol girl, right? With the deathmatch girl? Was that this one?
Kari Noah, yeah.
Yeah, she's cool as fuck. I really like her.
Yeah, she's really dope. She did fantastic in this match. She looked great.
Yeah.
May St. Michael won this match. She ended up submitting Santa Shiori with it was like a modified Tequila Sunrise.
Yeah.
Which is funny because she also does, May Saruga, who looks incredibly just like May St. Michael in a way. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
But she does a cattle mutilation she calls the apple mutilation. So she does a lot of mid-2000 indie submissions.
Sure. I mean, listen, man,
stuff.
you get a lot of influence from a lot of different places. Maybe she's been watching those tapes.
Yeah. I mean, Chigato Move takes a lot of inspiration from AEW. I mean, they do a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, so does TJPW in the main event.
Kota-san must have watched a Cody Rhodes match and said, this will work. We'll talk about that in the main event.
God.
But yeah, Neo Bashiki-gun ends up winning this match, as they probably should. And I assume that they'll be up for the Princess Tag titles. I don't know at the next show, because I believe they're running another Korakuen show on the 11th of February. So I don't know if it's going to be Neo Bashiki-gun versus them or not. But
yeah,
I probably assume so if I had to.
So when after I was done this match, I was like, oh, okay, these two are definitely going to win the tag titles, until I saw who the tag champions were. I was like, of course they're not going to win these tag titles.
Hey, the tag champs are Brolic, bro.
Hell yeah, Steiner Brothers. It's awesome.
Yeah. So after the Bashiki-gun match, we get Miyu Yamashita versus Maki Ito. And Miyu Yamashita beat the bricks off of Maki Ito in this one, bro.
Holy shit. Reading this now, supposedly it was 13 minutes. It did not even, I don't even know how long I thought it was, but that sounds short to me for how much was packed into this match. This was just brutal. I did not know what to expect going into this one, as I was with every match, really. But I had seen Mayu on the Chris Brooks show, right? That's who it was.
Yes, you saw Chris Brooks versus Miyu. Yep.
Miyu, sorry, yeah. And that I was impressed with her there, because that was a cool match. So seeing her here felt even different from that, because I mean, she whooped Chris Brooks' ass, but she was beating the fuck out of Maki Ito here.
Dude, Maki was taking it though. Dude,
she reversed a kick with her head. she headbutted her leg. What the fuck?
She's got the skull. She's got the cold skull.
Yeah, got that Samoan head.
This was Maki Ito basically just taking a fucking beating from Miyu, and it's kind of been Maki's story. It's actually kind of crazy how good she's gotten in the past year or so, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, she's mostly gimmicked for a lot of people. A lot of people only know her from Twitter, or that's mostly how she got really popular, was her gimmick work. But man, she has gotten like incredibly
is she the credit card one?
Yeah, she's like.
I thought so. Okay, I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the failed idol.
I figured this match was gonna be fucking crazy from the start, because it starts and Maki Ito slaps her right in the face.
Yeah, she
just like Miyu's gonna beat that ass, and beat that ass she did. Just tons of strikes in this match, just whooping each other's ass. There was a cool misdirection at one point during this match, where I think it was Miyu who misdirection, and then it was into the disaster kick out of the corner. I think that was. Yeah,
so she does this move where she instead of doing the disaster kick off like a rope, she'll do it off the turnbuckle itself. They don't have the 3 separated turnbuckles, they have the long one, so she can kind of jump off of it. Yeah, and you're right, the misdirection was incredibly cool. I've never really seen anything like that. Most misdirections don't look like that, where they just stop mid-run and then turn.
It was just so quick that if I blinked, I would have missed it. I was like, what the hell's going on here?
There were some good camera shots here. They would,
especially with the ending.
Yeah, Miyu would kick her in the head, and you think that she's starting to fall down, and then it zooms in her face and she's just laughing, and then she does a complete turn, and then they go into the next spot, and it's really good stuff. She played this perfectly. The match was better for Maki just letting Miyu beat the shit out of her. She still got a lot of her stuff in. She did her headbutt off the top and stuff like that. But Miyu just tanked through everything, as she probably should. Miyu's one of the most decorated wrestlers in TJPW. She has a special aura around her, man. She's just she feels different than everybody else.
Yeah, I can
there.
see that. I can definitely I grab that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they protect the shit out of her, and they should, honestly. She probably has one of the coolest entrances around. Period. Too. She's like a Power Ranger or something. She's crazy.
Yeah, it's cool.
But the finish here was fantastic. I think this is. I loved it. You probably agree. This is, I think, my match of the night.
I think. I really dig the tag match that comes after this, and I was pretty excited for the main, but I don't think this even touched. I don't think the main event even touched this match.
This is probably going to go on a match of the year list for me, I think.
Like, I kind of was hoping it went longer, but the finish was perfect, so I kind of get it.
Miyu ends up just kicking her in the fucking head.
Yeah.
And
brutal.
Usually that's not the finish for Miyu, you know. She usually does something else. She usually does a bigger move or something.
She was getting ready to do something else, too.
Yeah, she was backed up in the corner, like she was about to whoop her ass. The camera angle was perfect. It's backed up. It's Maki trying to stand up for the 10 count, and Miyu's in the corner just waiting for her to get up because he's going to knock her fucking head off if she stands up. And then right at the 9 count, Maki ends up collapsing, and then she gets a TKO win, and Miyu Yamashita.
Crazy. I was like, that's pretty cool.
This was not only booked perfectly, but God, it was just so fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really played their parts perfectly here. And like I said, Maki Ito is someone that went from just like a Twitter character to a legitimate top wrestler on this show.
Sure.
Last year's Korakuen was incredible. She faced off against Hikari Noa, which was almost a coming out match for both of them. I think that was one of my matches of the year last year was Maki Ito versus Hikari Noa 1.4. So yeah. I think Maki Ito is... Whenever January 4th hits, something just triggers in her, and she just turns into a monster.
It's like Undertaker at Mania.
Truly, Maki Ito 1.4 is like this.
Yeah, except last like 6 years for Taker, yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe it's not like that at all.
Maybe
actually.
like 10 years ago.
Maybe it's like at John Cena at SummerSlam before.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. If they run this back, you got to tell me when they do it because I want to see it.
So the next matchup is the Princess Tag Team Championship match. Nadoka Tenma and Yuki Aino face off against Yuki Kamifuku and Mahiro. This match was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, honestly.
I dug this a lot, and I was already like looking at the tag champs.
Bakuretsu sisters.
Yeah, they're sisters, and they're fucking like built, and they're killers. They just look like killers, like off the rip. So I was like, oh, this is going to be good.
They wrestle like every like early 90s tag team, late 80s tag team. Yeah. It's like they only, before they got to wrestling, all they watched was Steiners and Road Warriors. Yeah. And it's like, this is incredible. Yeah,
they watched the best of NWA tag teams from '89, and we're like, all right, this is what we're gonna do.
This is what we're fucking wrestling like. Yeah, and I love it, man. They're super talented, man. They're a great tag team.
Yeah, this is fun and fight they did. This was cool stuff. I like them. Them as tag champions is cool. I would like to see. How long have they been like wrestling?
They've been around for quite a bit, yeah. Or Tenma has at the very least.
Have they been teaming for that whole time or no?
Yeah. They've been for the most part. They still do single stuff every once in a while. Like Yuki faced for the Princess title a few months back, but
yeah, okay.
What did you think of Yuki Kamifuku's entrance?
So I'm sitting there. And we're watching, and then I'm like, I feel like I had a stroke at one point because I hear Old McDonald playing, and I thought for a second it was you fucking with me, but the way we're watching it, I was like, there's no way you could have did that.
Yeah,
so
I can't turn anything on.
What is that? Why did she come out to this? And James' explanation was, well, why does anyone come out to anything? They like the song. I was like, you know what?
She likes the song. Yeah.
Pretty true. So that was, Old McDonald is her theme song. And that's, you know what? I respect it.
And it's been like that forever. She became champion. She became the International Princess Champion. Still had
that song?
Yeah, still got the song.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and another person who's come a long way too is Mahiro. She looked fantastic here. I mean, when you're in a tag team match like that and you have to take all the heat the entire match.
Yeah.
They're not going to get the heat on the International Princess Champion. So it's basically you just kind of taking the heat here, and you have to make this shit look good. And honestly, she did. I got a lot of respect for Kiryu. I think she's a real good wrestler too. She came a long way. She really didn't do anything when I first started watching TJPW. She was kind of hanging around, and since then she's kind of found her place on the card, and she's really kicked it up a few notches. So I really got a lot of respect for that.
There was a cool falsie near the end where Nodaka and Yuki go for the Steiner Bulldog, and they hit it, but whoever they hit it on wasn't the legal person. So like you think, oh, that's the finish because that's, you know, I'm pretty sure that's their tag finish, right?
Yeah, so that was a fantastic spot because it went from Kamiyu going for the famouser, and then they Yuki Aino picked her up on her shoulders and walked her back to the corner. I didn't even see Nodoka anywhere near either of them, and all of a sudden she's there to go to the top rope.
Yeah,
hit the Steiner Bulldog.
Yeah, she pictured like right. Yuki has her on her shoulders, and I'm like, oh shit, which one-winged angel? I'm like, wait, no, they're finished. They're finished with the Bulldog. Oh shit!
And Nodoka gives her that top rope so quick.
Yeah,
and they hit her with it,
and that was shot really well too, because you don't see her going up at first. It catches her just as she's like getting to the top of it.
Yeah, that was awesome. This spot was great. So they hit the Steiner Bulldog on Kamiyu, and she ends up rolling out of the ring. You're like, what the fuck? And like, oh, she's not even the legal person.
Yeah.
Mahiro was the legal person. So then they had to get her in the ring. And then Nodoka ends up hitting the kill switch and pins her. And it was, damn, this match was good, man. It was.
I liked it a lot, yeah. Again, if once they defend those titles against the fucking French, I want to see that.
The French.
Because that'd be cool.
So you, Saki-sama, May St. Michael, and the Dixie Chicks go straight to hell. Or France.
Same difference.
And now it's time for the main event. Rika Tatsumi, the White Dragon, facing off against Yuka Sakazaki, the Magical Girl.
Yes.
Princess and Princess title is on the line.
I believe you jinxed this one, my friend.
Oh my God. Okay. So we recorded us watching this live, and we started talking about Yuka Sakazaki, the AEW superstar. And we said,
you sold out. You sold out.
We started talking like, we're going to get that Cody Rhodes influence on his match.
Gotta have a dusty finish.
Dude, and I'll be goddamn. We talked about it the whole match, and I'll be damned if this match didn't end with a figure 4 leg lock with a ref stoppage.
Ref stoppage. They also had to correct it on, well, at least the English commentary. I don't know how
English
it was.
Said she gave up, but she never gave up. There was ref
and there was
stoppage.
no tap, no audible like reaction, anything. It was, and then like during the celebration, like, oh, it was a ref stoppage. Shit.
Ref stoppage. All right.
Yeah.
So I love Yuka and Rika, and I think that Rika as Princess Champion will do really good. I think this was a weird way for Yuka to end a over 1 year title reign as the Princess of Princess Champion.
As an outsider, I feel the same way, because like you know, when you're telling me about the history of it going on, like Yuka's held this forever, and she's like, you know, top dog here. And,
yeah, she's been there since like day one in TJPW.
It's like
it'll be weird to not hear Yuka do the ending celebration at the end of all these shows.
And a hamburger and steak, right?
Yeah, hamburger steak. Happy.
Can you explain that real quick?
Yeah, that's just their gimmick. So Mizuki and Yuka Sakazaki like hamburger steak. So after shows, when they win, they go and celebrate by eating hamburger steak. And she wants you to stay happy. So
that's good. Well, I was not happy at the end of this.
No.
So yeah, I you know, got a slight idea of how important her as champion was, which, you know, good. I like long title reigns, and over a year is a long title reign. I know, you know. So this is an out. You know, feel free to disagree, because I, you know, again, I know Joshi and Japanese wrestling is looked at and booked differently than Western. Yeah. I feel like if you're gonna, you know, pass the torch, so to speak, to somebody else, I don't know why you wouldn't do it clean, because I don't think Yuka would have got hurt by just losing here. I don't think she loses stock by just losing the title here clean. I think kind of ref stoppage is kind of it sets up for a match in the future, obviously, but it just didn't feel like as big of a title win to me as I feel like it should have.
Yeah, Tony Khan stepped in at the last minute and said, yeah, my AEW wrestler ain't gonna fucking lose here. You kidding me?
or she got to work dark this week. The fuck you gonna have to lose?
We're bringing her in Huntsville, Alabama, coming up soon. You think you're gonna lose here? Huh?
Listen, if she loses here clean, how the hell can anyone believe Jade Cargill is gonna be and care about it? Yeah, no. So I just thought that was I kind of thought that finish was super weak. I wasn't into it. I thought I was pretty fun. I was actually really excited for the match. I like Yuka Sakazaki. I've never seen Tatsumi, so I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool. It's main event. This feels like a big deal, big title match. I figured Yuka was gonna lose just because. I feel like it just. I don't know if you hinted at something to me or something, but it just kind of felt
I mean, I told
that way
you,
to me.
the longer you get in a reign, the more realistic.
Sure.
And Tatsumi's been there forever, and she's. If there was anyone for Yuka to lose to, if it wasn't going to be Mizuki at Wrestle Princess, then it was going to be Rika. So
yeah, so I just kind of, I was like, it's kind of, and the match itself, I guess maybe I built up more in my head just because it's the main event for a big title. But yeah, I feel like there was like 2 or 3 other matches on the show I liked more than this one.
Yeah, I thought that it was pretty well worked for the most part. I enjoyed. I mean, I still enjoyed watching it.
I don't think it was
a ton.
Bad. Yeah, I just think it was just forget.
Yeah, it was just it just felt like a match. At the end of it, I felt like it was just kind of like a match.
Yeah, it was a means to an end, just to get this title off of her.
Yeah, we'll see what Rika can do as Princess of Princess champion. I'm excited for the reign anyways, because this means that Hyper Masao gets to face the Princess of Princess champion. Rika Tatsumi and Hyper Masao have been Rika Tatsumi is the one that changed. Remember I told you that Masao was with Neo Bashiki-gun? She was in the well, Rika Tatsumi helped her leave Neo Bashiki-gun, turn back into Hyper Masao. She was Hyper Masao, she turned into Masao.
Go to hell, France.
Yeah, basically. You, Masao, Saki-sama, you go to hell.
Yeah.
Yes, so Rika Tatsumi's first title defense is going to be against her former tag team partner in Daydream, Miyu Watanabe. So I guess I'm surprised you didn't come out and just start saying like, the year of the ox.
Yeah. Was the cows at what he had? So you said there were 4. So they didn't have like a split, like a we're not friends anymore split. Like they just weren't tagging together, right?
Yeah. So they were tag champs. They won the tag team titles at Ultimate Party, same place that Yuka Sakazaki won the big title. So that was over a year ago. Then they ended up losing the Bakuretsu sisters at Wrestle Princess, and I mean it's not like they broke up. They just lost the tag titles. So Rika went for the big title, and then Miyu.
I think it was kind of rude for her friend Watanabe to come out and steal her shine to challenge her for the fucking belt right after she won it. She's in the ring crying, pouring her heart out on the mic, and her fucking friend comes out and says, "Okay, but give me the belt."
I would like a shot. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Should I finish crying? Okay.
God damn.
Yeah, that's just how they always do.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Yeah, it's just funny to me.
That's how we're gonna do every single one at DPW. By the way, I'm gonna win. Someone's gonna win the title and be crying in the ring. All right, anyway. So next pay-per-view.
No shine. Go to hell.
I kick you out of the ring. Get the fuck out of here. It was weird ending the show with no happy. I was kind of sad, honestly.
Yeah. No steak.
Now I'm not happy. Now I'm not gonna go eat hamburger steak anymore. I'm fucking never eating hamburger steak ever again. Koda-san, you did this. So overall, pretty good show for them. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of the year shapes up. Is the rainbow going on? Oh, the rainbow!
The rainbow's going on right now.
Oh my God, Yuji Nagata!
With the mask on.
Oh man, he's got the mask. Yo, damn it.
But,
all right, so anyways, that's the show. We gotta go.
Yeah. As a very very casual Joshi viewer, as in I only watch it when I watch it with James. I enjoyed the show. It didn't feel long at all. It was like you said, I think it was like just under 3 hours. It didn't even feel like that. All the matches, I don't think a single match went over 20 minutes, which is cool. I was pretty upset that there wasn't a single powerbomb on the show.
Well, if we watch Seedling, bro, you'll get all the fucking power bombs you ever want.
Shit.
We'll watch a Seedling show eventually, and
but yeah, I think this was very well paced. I like how it was presented. It was easy for me to figure out who was a bee and who was a cat.
Yeah, they got colors. They're all fucking different colors.
Yeah, exactly. So I could kind of, even though I'm bad with the names, I can kind of figure out who's who and who's on top and all. So this was I did enjoy watching this. I'm glad you convinced me to watch it, and good stuff.
Yeah, if you want to start catching up and watching TJPW, you can just catch it on Wrestle Universe or DDC Universe or whatever the case may be. I tweet about it whenever they do shows.
Hell yeah.
Join the little community of people. It's fun.